I'll be the first one to admit I'm very hard to keep up with. I am not only focused on SPACs, crypto, NFT, penny plays, and every ticker in between. I don't just sit there and pump one or two things. It's so hard to keep up. It's hard for me to keep up with the amount of stuff that I'm dealing with, the plays I'm in. I want to keep it real simple here. I'm not even going to mention any possible tickers to buy. I just want to go back to basics on this video for you guys, but selfishly for myself too, to remind myself how easy this is right here. How do you multiply? What's the easiest, best risk to reward out there in the whole entire planet? I believe it's this. It may sound simple, but really, do this, trade like a robot, do not bend these rules, and you will multiply your money. Usually in under a year. And once you compound this over a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, you're multiplying like crazy because you've got a snowball effect. Okay? First, what you're going to do, you're going to buy 20. Right? You're not going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to buy 20 different SPAC warrants. I recommend getting ones that are in cool sectors. Fintechs usually do worse than others. Hint, hint. Fin technologies, okay? They can do better if they're security sides or have the keyword crypto blockchain. Hint, hint. Did you see my last video? Maybe the one before? But buy 20 SPAC warrants. Here's the deal. They've got to be under 60 cents. Period. Don't look at the team. Just don't. Unless you got to be picky with maybe you found 50 that are under 60 cents. Chances are right now, there might be only 20 that you kind of like under 60. Sweet, buy those. I've named them many times. Go back. I'm doing another video. I was going to do it before this one, but I was like, let me go back to basics before I give them more tickers. All right, so watch for the next video, but 20. Pick 20 SPAC warrants under 60 cents, period. The second you buy those, put in and sell. Put in sell the second you buy them for 75% of your shares. So if you bought 100 shares, you want to put a sell-in order for 75 of those. Once that hits 45% up on your money. Can you calculate that? If you can't, you need to look up calculator, look up percentage calculator. Let me say it again. So once you're up 45% green, you're going to have a sell already in. That's going to be triggered usually by a market buyer, usually before even LOIs hit. That's going to sell 75% of those shares when you're 45% green. The robots are there for you to make money. Use them. Number 3, take profits. Take those. Remember, it already took the profits for you. The robot did it because you set up the robot. You programmed it to take the profits. Start over with step number 1. Sometimes you can go back almost instantly within days and buy the same ticker for the same price you bought it for, even though it was just up 45%. Are you serious? Yeah. These things spike like that all the time. All the time. So sometimes you don't even find another ticker. You can just go back to the one that just auto sold for you. Step number 4, just sell in for the rest of the 25%. Because remember, we only sold 75% of those shares. Remember that. Put in a sell order for 25% of those remaining shares, the rest of the share, 100% of them, at 100% green. So what does that mean? If you buy it like, let's say, 50 cents, you need to put a sell in also right away when you buy that, along with the first one, step number 2, at 100% green. That means like $1. So put a sell in at 99 cents or 97 cents. Maybe be even more conservative, right? Put a sell in for 25% at about 97 cents. Then what? Go back to step 1. And again, sometimes it's even back to the same ticker. I'm going to give you the 2 probably worst case scenario SPACs out there. Number 1 was SOAC, S-O-A-C. They got TMC now, WW, which is their ticker now, which is the deep green mining. It's like they were going to do like a green SPAC, but what did they do? They got someone who mines and pulls all natural minerals that clean the ocean from the bottom of the ocean floor, which is actually bad for the environment anyway. So it's the biggest oxymoron SPAC out there. What am I getting at? This thing still hit over $3.55. $3.55. If this thing can hit that, can you not agree that this is completely conservative up here? Can you extend this and tweak it? Yeah. Maybe per ticker, you know, because you're only focused on these 20, you're going to get to know them pretty well. Maybe you can adjust it a little bit, but just start with this base. When I first did my video on Soak, it was sitting way back here, around 80 cents. Remember these spikes I'm talking about? Look at this right here. It went 80 cents to what? 100% up. Do you think I'm the only one that plays with these exact numbers? There's a reason I have these numbers and I use them. Why? Because it happens all the time with those exact numbers. I talk about I only like buying stuff when it's 55% off. Remember that too? It's because it does this. 100% on your money. Boom, you could have been in and out. Bam, you could have been right back in. You see what I'm saying? Right back at 80 cent buy. Guess what? It went even past 100%. And guess what happened after that? You could have bought in again to the same ticker. We have not only 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5. We have 5 total spikes where you could have multiplied your money on this. How many times was I in and out of Soak? Probably about 5. I know it was at least 4. Why? Think I use these rules? Something darn close. You see these long tails of volume and buys and sells that go in? Why do you think those exist? Retail does the FOMO market buy and they snag it at my 100% sell. Am I mean for doing that? No. Because guess what? You can do it too. The key is on the buy side. You buy it right. Buy it here when stuff's cheap. Go watch my videos with the lowest amount of views. Hint, hint. Next one, I'm going to show you again. This one's Fusion Acquisition. We had high hopes on Fusion Acquisition. Fuse, remember that? We were buying this at like, dude, 50, 65 cents. This is actually a chart after ticker change. I couldn't find one that was before that, but this is after ticker change. Anyways, we were buying this like 50, I think it's 55 cents actually. When I did my first video on Fuse, nobody wanted it. When did they want Fuse? When it was well over $1. When what? I was already out of it. Why? Because I had already multiplied. In fact, my robots did it to me because I programmed, right? But look at this one. This one gave you a chance to multiply. And again, this is just after ticker change. 1, 2, 2.5 times after ticker change. Before that, maybe 2 or 3 times. Now, a lot of people fight the non-LOI SPACs and they say, dude, it's like dead money. I'm not going to put my money in it because and just sit there and like wait for a target. It could take a year or 2. It very well could take a year or 2 for them to get a target. That does not mean the cool kids aren't multiplying every couple months though. This is absolutely ridiculous. No one talks about the fact that possibly SPAC warrants also have a floor. Do they? I don't know. You tell me. If you don't believe me, maybe show me a chart. Show me a chart. I got about 500 I could show you. Are commons the game? Can you not handle any downside? Can you not handle any upside? What ticker should I go over that maybe will fall right into this equation for my next video? I've got a banging list. Me and the group have put an awesome one together. But maybe we're missing a couple. Are we? Under 60 cents. Cheap. under 60 cents. Cool factor. Can we get both those for under 60 cents still? I think we can. I think we've got a lot of tickers to bring up. If you want to have a Discord, join it. If you want to join the group, get better entries on stuff. Plus, it's the best, most diverse way to make money. This is just a slight little sliver of ways we do it. We print all weekend long, every day, all through the night. Thanks for watching the video, folks. Hope to see you on the next one.